I know MEPS can be a very scary experience, and a lot of people do not know what to expect. I know you probably either watched my MEPS experience or other people and still need more clarification on exactly what gets you guys disqualified from MEPS and just being able to successfully join the military, because you can go in there with a clean bill of health thinking you're good, you're fine, and then walking out with a million waivers and also being unable to join the military at all. So, however, I do recommend you go talk to your recruiter and disclose any type of situation that you guys have that might prevent you guys from joining, and they might give you guys the proper information, whether providing the waivers, the advice, or any other essential details that might be beneficial for you getting into the military. However, if you guys are interested, I didn't know which way y'all wanted to go in this video, because if I provided all the specific documentation on what actually specifically gets you guys actually disqualified, this would easily been like a 3-4 hour video. So for the sake of time and just for don't know what you guys are interested in, comment below which part of the body in other conditions that y'all want me to speak in depth about, whether it's heart conditions, lungs, stomach, arms, whatever. If you guys comment below, I can actually gauge what you guys are interested in, and I can speak in depth on everything that pertains under that particular part of the body, so you guys can be more aware on what type of things that y'all need to prepare yourself for MEPS. Everything can be verified if you do your due diligence and research as well. So without further ado, let's get to it. Hit the comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's get to it. And before I get into the video, let me speak on 3 preventive things that you can directly control that will not get you disqualified just by you doing too much lip service. Tip number 1, make sure if it's not documented, do not speak on it, because if you speak on it while you're in MEPS, you're going to have to verify it. And if you don't have no documentation of it, how are you going to verify it? Then you're going to create a whole hassle that's going to delay or prevent you from getting to the military at all. Number 2, make sure whatever you say to a recruiter, stay to MEPS. Don't go in there being very vague and non-detailed with the recruiter and then go to MEPS and then you want to lay out all the family history, all the drama. That just makes a big hassle for the recruiter, because the recruiter is there to help you ease your way into the process to make sure that you're successful in there. So don't go in there yapping your guns, talking about stuff that you didn't discuss with the recruiter, because he might have prevented the situation from happening by providing the right documentation for you, so you won't have that type of issue. Number 3, make sure what's a little to you is serious to them. So for example, if you play sports, right, and they ask you, oh yeah, you had these situations, don't be like, for example, oh, when my football coach, they made us run so many gassers that at times I felt almost out of breath sometimes. Now you just open up a whole can of worms and going down this rabbit hole of something that really didn't play no part in your health, but since you said it, now they have to act on it, because they take lungs and other situations very, very seriously. So make sure what you think is light is going to be very serious to them. So without further ado, let's get to the main part of the condition. Learning, psychiatric, and behavior disorders. So ADHD is the most common one. So if you've been, recommended or prescribed any individualized educational program, any 504 plans, or any work accommodations, or if you've been prescribed, even if you didn't even take any medication within the past 24 months, even if you didn't even take any of their meds, you still. Also as well, if you have documentation of any adverse academic, work, or occupational performance. And remember, ADHD is not the only one that will get you disqualified. There's many, many more. I'll give you another one. Depressive disorders. So if you've received any outpatient counseling that's been accumulating for over 12 months, or if you received any symptoms or treatment within the last 36 months, or you had any type of reoccurrences as well too. And if y'all want me to say more of these type of disorders, just make sure to drop a comment and let me know, and I can give you the full list of all the parameters that will pertain to this category. Lung conditions, so obviously you're gonna be doing a lot of cardio, running, so lungs is probably the most vital one. But these are not limited to only these conditions, and most of these conditions will apply after your 13th birthday. So anything happened before that, it basically didn't happen in regards to the situation. So if you have any type of airway hyperactiveness, such as asthma, in exercise induced bronchitis or etc. then after your 13th birthday, and if you take any type of medication that will treat those airway hyperactive conditions, and or if you have any other circumstances that has a documentation of any type of ammonia after 3 months or it's been reoccurring, and some neurological conditions, not limited to just these, but you got history of aneurysm, stroke, TIA, cluster headaches, plus if you have any moderate or severe brain injuries including post-traumatic stress injuries that occurred after having a seizure for more than 30 minutes after injury, or persistent personality or behavior changes. Heart, which is not limited to just these conditions, so if you had any history of valvular replacement or repairs, you had any history of a pacemaker or defibrillator, or if you had any type of severe or moderate, palmic or aortic, conditions, those are no-go. You got head and skull, so if you have any type of deformities that will prevent you from putting on any protective mask or headgear, because obviously, for example, y'all doing basic training, you're gonna do the gas chamber situation and also any other preventative techniques that they teach y'all. If you can't put the mask or a helmet on, obviously you will be very unsuitable to perform any military duties as well too, so that's another qualifying condition. Eyes and vision, so depending on your DOD that you go to, it might have some type of changes in requirements, such as with the color blindness, it might vary depending on where you go, but the standard across the board, if you have a distance visual of at least 20/40 in both of your eyes, also you need to have at least a near visual acuity of 20/40 in your better eye. Not to mention, for just eye visual appearance, make sure that you don't have any defects or any type of tumors growing out your eye. These are not the only example, but those are just some of the basic ones. Thank you guys for watching the video, and again, this is not the only condition that get you DQ, and I didn't even mention some of the other body parts and other conditions as well too. Comment below which one would affect you the most, and also anything that I did not touch on that you would like me to talk about more in depth, as opposed to me just going over a light overview of them. Comment below. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Gone.